Alright, what you see here is a new fan I got off of Facebook Marketplace. This is a Hampton Bay Huntington 3 ceiling fan, brand new in the box in the polished brass finish. Got this a little while ago. Actually, I got this one before the black one, but black one was a little bit closer to me to do a new fan video on, so I did that one first. Now, for those who know, Huntington 3s are pretty big childhood fans for me. Same thing with the 2s, they're pretty childhood as well, but not as much as the 3s, even though I actually do like the 2s more, just 'cause I feel like they look, I just like the more of the 90s look they have with the 3 lights on them instead of the 4. But, they're basically the same thing to me. But, yeah, I've always liked these fans a lot. There's a few more finishes I'd like to get these in, that to go to mahogany, white and brass, carpet patina. I mean, well, basically every finish these came in because they are pretty important childhood fans for me. But yeah, this is one of the ones I liked the most as a kid, and the polished brass finish. They're not really hard fans to find, but it is nice to find them new in a box if you can. And this one was pretty inexpensive, so I figured I'd grab it. So yeah, it has this square-shaped box. Is what the majority of the Quick Connect style fans from back then would come with. This one I'm assuming is probably from the early to mid 2000s. I doubt it's from past 2005, but I could be mistaken. But I'm hoping this is from the really early 2000s that has metal poles on it. I do prefer them with the metal poles instead of the plastic ones. But one could only hope. Same thing goes with the black one. Because the other thing I'm wondering is, I do know that they made the sandstone ones for the Huntington 3. And I'm wondering if these are early enough, if on the manual, the owner's manual for it, for the installation guide and all that, if it'll have the model number for the sandstone finish one. That way I can confirm if it's, because some people say it's not real. They only did it for the Huntington 1 and the 2. I've seen a picture of the 3 in that finish, not in the box though, but they never showed it in the catalogs, so that's the other issue. But it has to have been like very early on. But at the same time, at that point, sandstone was kind of dying out in terms of popularity going into the 2000s. So same thing with Verde. So yeah. But yeah, I've always liked these hammered glass on these fans. I know the brushed nickel one and the black one have them as well, but I've always just liked these shades on them in general. And there's the info for the top of the box. I have not unboxed it. Box came unopened like that, but that's because the lady was gonna unbox it for me just to show that it was not opened. But I figured that since she already unboxed it, I figured I'd leave it like this. Like, she just cut the tape for it, that's all she did. Just to show that it was still the original tape. She didn't have to do that, but she's in the trouble having to cut it open. And once I do the video of it and all that, I'll put it back in its box and seal it back up again. But yeah, so yeah, I do know that these were introduced in 2001, and they sold them up until 2009, I want to say. 2010 was the last year, I think, before they discontinued them altogether, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, these are basically your typical run-of-the-mill 2000s Home Depot fan. These are sold for like $69, a little bit more or less depending on the finish. Yeah, for what they were, they actually weren't horrible fans. They just had the issue of the blade arms bending downwards over time due to gravity pushing down on them, since the blades are a bit heavy for the blade arms. But if you know how to fix the issue, which is just bending them back up, it's not really that big of a deal. And they perform pretty well for what they are. I mean, nothing special, but they're, for the price point, you can't really go wrong. So yeah. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.